What's up and welcome back, you guys. I hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday because I know I am. In this video I want to cover something that will make or break the scalability of your product, and I want to give you something that will directly influence your conversion rate. So the more of these you'll have, the more sales that you'll get. So what are you waiting for? What are we waiting for? Let's get it. What's up, you guys, and welcome to part 6 of the 6-part series of Amazon FBA for beginners. And yes, we did make it, but first and foremost, I just wanted to thank you guys, especially if you guys stayed tuned throughout the entire series and you guys were able to watch all 6 parts of this series. I definitely appreciate it. If you guys have not subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. This is not the end of my YouTube channel. This is just the beginning. So I promise you guys will benefit from this. So just subscribe. But what part of Amazon FBA is directly correlated to making more sales? That is product reviews. Now I want you guys to put yourself again in the shoes of the consumer, of your buyer. And then just imagine your shopping experience. If you're to go on Amazon, you know, what are you looking for? So for example, let's say we're shopping for kitchen knives and we go to Amazon, we type in kitchen knives, we scroll down. Aside from the images, product images is very important, by the way, but aside from the images, what else do we look for? We start to look for review counts and star ratings. Now I don't know about you guys, but especially when I'm shopping, aside from looking at the images, I'll usually look at the item with the most reviews. Now prior to being an Amazon seller, this is exactly what I would look for. I'd be like, oh man, this guy has thousands and thousands of reviews. I'm just gonna buy it from him because obviously thousands of people have already left reviews and this is probably a good product. This is less likely, this is something that I do less nowadays because I know how the back end of Amazon works, but reviews are in direct correlation of the amount of sales that you receive. So the more reviews you have usually will result in more sales. This isn't always the case, but this is likely the case nowadays. Now, it's proven and it's a fact that having more positive social proof for your products will in turn relate to the number of sales that you have. So the more positive social proof that you have, the more converting sales, the more conversions that you'll have for your products. And this is primarily the reason why having reviews is so important. Now, you may be asking at this point, you know, Andy, if I have 0 reviews, if I'm just launching my first product and I have 0 reviews, are you telling me that I will be making 0 sales when I'm just starting out? You know, I'm not saying that that's the case, and this is the reason why product differentiation is extremely important, as well as creating an amazing product listing is also very important. This is not impossible, and everybody starts out with 0 reviews. So you may be asking, you know, how am I supposed to get these initial reviews if my sales are going to be slow, so slow in the beginning? And there are 3 methods, 3 most common methods, 3 methods that I still use to this day to get those initial reviews, that initial traction, and increase those sales. Now, for the first method that I use, this is completely compliant with Amazon's terms of service, and this is a service that they offer, and that's called Amazon's Early Reviewer Program. Amazon's Early Reviewer Program costs $60 per item starting out, and you can only apply for this if it's a new item. So what Amazon does is that, you know, it sees that you've just released an item, and it sees that you want to get those initial reviews. And you can use Amazon's Early Reviewer Program for up to 5 initial reviews. So what happens is you pay Amazon $60 for every purchase. For every purchase that somebody makes from your new item, Amazon will select a few people to offer a Amazon credit for. So say I was to purchase a product from you, and Amazon gives me an offer saying, hey, would you mind leaving an honest review for this product? We'll give you $3 in Amazon credit in return of leaving this review. So this works for up to 5 reviews for your products, and this is pretty effective in just getting your first initial reviews. Another great way to increase your review rate and your review percentage for items that you do sell is through email follow-up sequences. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with email follow-up sequences, the tool that I use for this is called Zonmaster. There are other tools out there. This is just the tool that I recommend for my students and the tool that I recommend for you to use, just because I find it super simple, and I believe that you guys will also find it super simple and affordable. You do have to pay for this. It's about a $5 to $10 per month program, depending on how many units you sell. But it's definitely worth it if you're getting those extra reviews in. How this works is, how my specific sequence works is that I send about 3 to 4 emails throughout a period of about 14 days. So once the item gets shipped, I'll send out an email, pretty much like a thank you email, saying, thank you for your purchase. Just wanted to let you know that your item is on the way. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I would be happy to address them for you. A few days later, once the item receives, I'll send another email, adding value. If you're selling, a kitchen knife, you can add a free ebook for a free e-cookbook for the person, just adding value to the purchase. It doesn't cost you much initially or anything initially, but it adds value to the consumer, saying, oh, this is a really good company. They're giving me free stuff for the purchase that I made. I mean, why would you not want to leave a good review? But you don't ask for a review at that point. A few days later, maybe 7 to 14 days, you give them time to use your product. You send them another email saying, hey, just checking in, I hope you really like your product. You may say like, oh, I'm a family-run business, I'm a small business looking to grow, and I would really appreciate my family, and I would really appreciate it if you could help me out with a review. This usually seals the deal, helps review rates, and helps you get that review for your product that is crucial, like I said, directly increasing your sales. So you'll come up with a clever email sequence for yourself, but this is just something similar to what I use and what I still use to this day, and that has helped me gain many reviews. Now, the third way to get those initial reviews is through asking your friends and family to help you with those initial reviews. This is something a lot of gurus and a lot of other Amazon sellers teach, and this is what they recommend. This is also what I recommend for my students. This is somewhat in the gray area. I do have to warn you guys, so please do this at your own risk, but this is somewhat in the gray area of Amazon's terms of service. Of course, they don't want your friends and family to just leave you tons of reviews, which totally makes sense, but if you're just starting out, this is extremely helpful in getting those initial reviews. I recommend about 5 to 10 reviews just to start out, especially before you run your pay-per-click advertisements. But friends and family are a great way to gain those initial reviews. I do have to give you guys a warning. Please be sure to, whoever you ask to leave a review, make sure you're no longer connected on Facebook for at least a month or two, as well as do not ask anybody that lives with you. Do not ask anybody that has used your Wi-Fi router or your Wi-Fi connection before. This is definitely a way that Amazon tracks, and this is definitely a way that Amazon can catch you for doing so. So definitely, when you guys are asking your friends and family, make sure that they haven't been connected to your Wi-Fi connection before, and make sure they're not connected with you on the major social media platforms. This is definitely traceable from Amazon, but this is a great way to get those initial reviews, and something that I still preach. So this is an option for you guys, but this is a great way to get those initial 5 to 10 reviews. No matter the method that you do ask for reviews and you request for reviews, make sure that you guys are asking for an honest opinion. Something that's definitely against Amazon's terms of services is if you ask for, a 5-star review, or if you word something as if you only want the reviewer to leave a good review if they had a good experience with the product. Always ask for an honest opinion, even if it's through your friends and family. This is something that I highly recommend, and something that I wish you do not risk. It's better to just not stress about it and ask for that honest opinion, as opposed to asking for a 5-star review. But as mentioned, honest reviews and reviews in general, and social proof, positive social proof, is extremely important in driving those initial sales. It's extremely important in making a higher conversion rate for your product. It'll definitely decrease your cost of advertisements, and there's just so many benefits to having an increased number of reviews. So I encourage you guys, especially if you guys are new sellers, always be thinking of ways to get more reviews and more frequently. The average review rate for products nowadays is about 1%. So you think about, for every 100 units you sell, you'll get one review. If you're able to increase that to about 5 to 8%, it's definitely beneficial, and within the coming months of selling your product, you'll definitely see increases. So I highly encourage you to think outside the box, think of ways to get more reviews, and it'll definitely help you. But if you guys at all, again, found this video important, I thank you guys for staying tuned to part 6 of the 6-part series for Amazon FBA for beginners. Reviews are extremely important, so be sure to keep at it, keep trying to grab new ones. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I always get to my comments personally, and for any questions that you guys have, I'll definitely answer those. If you guys are excited for more videos and you guys would like to see more content, please be sure to subscribe. I do promise to drop 2 videos every week on Amazon FBA, so stay tuned for that. But I'll catch you guys at the next video. Peace.